Just say yes. Yesterday, as I was contemplating my intentions for the day, those what I needed, wanted, should get done, I got this text from a dear friend. For a moment, I contemplated responding back with, I really love that idea, but I have all this stuff I really need to get done. But I was feeling kind of in this post-holiday funk, not having motivation and energy to really tackle my day. So in a moment of pure, spontaneous energy and following my heart, I replied, how often as entrepreneurs, mothers, and especially as women, do we give ourselves permission to say yes to the things that nourish and inspire us? How often do you catch yourself saying, I would really like to, but you fill in the blank? I ended up having this most wonderful, nourishing day with a dear friend where we explored Old Town, got lost in a local shop for literally probably 2 hours, had lunch in a restaurant I'd never been to before, and ended our day hanging out in this charming outdoor garden, basking in the sunshine with a cup of hot chocolate, which is something I probably would never do. And it felt amazing. And you know what? We both found ourselves asking, why don't we do this more often? The interesting thing is, I woke up this morning at 3 a.m. feeling reinvigorated and re-inspired in a way I haven't felt in a little while. I literally could not sleep. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur or someone who, was working remotely, what was your original motivation for that? Wasn't it to have more control of your life? To be able to have more flexibility, maybe a little more balance, whatever that means to you? And yet, what do we often do? I think we often actually end up doing just the opposite, working even longer hours. It may be due to the fact that we love what we do and it doesn't feel like work, or maybe it's because it's even harder to have boundaries around the hours we put into what we do. It's different than working, an 8 to 5 job where you clock out at the end of the day. It takes some real discipline to close that office door, either physically or metaphorically. I know because I hear it from my clients. They struggle with that. I get it. I really do. I struggle with it sometimes. Just ask my husband. And the same goes for you, busy moms out there. You find yourself, I think, going and going, trying to keep up with all the activities your children are involved in, on top of maybe having a job yourself. You love it. You want them to be able to follow, all their own heart's desires. And yet, if you don't set boundaries around that, what lesson are you teaching them? Are you teaching them that it's important to have some downtime? I'm not a parent, at least not to the two-legged variety, so I am not going to even pretend that I am an expert in this arena. But what I can attest to in working with clients is that when they set boundaries around their own self-care, is that they not only feel more empowered to show up for their own children, but that their children are more balanced as a result. So I encourage you to pay attention to those soul and heart promptings, the invitations you get to pause and nourish and do the things that feed your soul. Give yourself permission to do those. You will be better as a human being as a result, and you will have more to give back to those that you love. As you might have heard me say, it's important to fill your own cup. When you continue to tap into that reservoir of energy without refilling it, at some point that cup runs empty. So if you need a permission slip, permission granted. On that note, it's not too late to hop into our 7-day Grateful Heart journey. It's designed to support you in pressing your own pause button. with daily guided journal prompts and so much more. And they all lead you to reconnect with your own internal heart promptings, to acknowledge what it is that feeds and nourishes your soul. And I'm offering it at my special gratitude price of only $7. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, I think your soul nourishment is worth that, isn't it? I invite you to enroll right now. Just click the link in the description below. You won't regret it.